going up here. This is part 2, and we are going to start the climb. And it's right over here where I took the video through the CN yard. And promised everyone that I would hike up there and give everybody a view of the flip side. Okay, and I had 2 options. I could follow this trail, plus there's a trail that goes this way, which would be the easy to start, but harder once I got there. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going straight up, and then I'm going to follow the top along, a nice path up there, and end up over there. So do the hard part first, and then the easy part later. Sort of like eating your peas before you eat the steak. Eat the stuff. Well, I like peas, but... So there's the parking lot down there. And we're going up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Part 2. Okay. It'll take long for the asthma to feel it. Okay. It's kind of nice that it's a bit chilly today, because when you climb, it just warms you right up. So if it's hot outside, it can be a bit of a, makes it harder when you're overheating. Okay, just pardon the asthma. Let's take a little walk out here. Okay. Oof. There we go. It's kind of nice to take this route up, because right at this part here where the caves were, it's really caved in this year because it was so muddy in the spring. So I'll be able to check that out, which I've been wanting to do. Okay. And so we're going over here. So that's where we'll be standing. And that over there, so there's a Chaco First Avenue and that little line of bushes there. That's where I was standing when I showed you the view through CN Rail to the cut banks. Okay. So... Right. Do I want to go around this way? Yeah, let's go that way. You can go up this way, just a few yards off, I think, and then I'll come back on the trail. I'll take this way just because I haven't been here. Ooh, we're getting a little bit of rain. I felt that. That's good. I haven't been up here to the caves, which they're not completely gone. But the muddy spring really changed them this year. Look at the beautiful mullein. Wow. So this is mullein. It's first year. So it's first year. It will get, okay, so that's first year mullein. And for medicine, it's used for, bronchitis. If you got a cold, anything to loosen up the phlegm in your chest. And that's the first year. And then this is what it does the second year. It gets a stalk. And so I make torches out of them. So this part right here, if you empty it upside down, it has all the black seeds in it. And you can make a torch out of it by rolling this in the beeswax. It takes a bit to light. You need a bit of even a tiger torch. Not quite a tiger torch, but it takes once you get it going, one this long would burn for about 45 minutes. But I've got ones that are 3 times longer than this at home, so you get a good 2 hours. Yeah, so that's the second year mullein, and it grows all over the sandbanks here, because mullein likes dry, well-drained areas. It will grow. I mean, it grows down there. I found mullein along the river here, so it does grow there, but it does like dry areas. So these are all first year. You can see the second year one right there. And this is illegal to do, but in the old days, in the ancient times, from the research I've done, if you take this, so before I make a candle out of it, I will turn it upside down, get all the seeds out. And the black seeds in ancient times, now I've done the research on this, and obviously, I mean, it's illegal to do, but in the ancient times, they would take the black seeds, because the seeds are actually poisonous. Every other part of the plant, the roots, the flower, the leaves are edible, but the seeds are not. They're poisonous. And in the native times, what they would do to catch fish is they would put the black seeds in an area in the water, and it wouldn't kill the fish, but it would make them docile, and they would float to the top. They'd still be alive, but they'd float to the top, and the natives would reach in the water and pull the fish out. So, I mean, and that's illegal. You can't do that today. But they didn't have supermarkets and everything back there, so supermarkets and all that back then, so the rules were a lot different. And from the research I've done, that's one of the things they did, the black seeds from this, to get large amounts of fish. So I have no way of testing that theory because it is illegal for obvious reasons. But just interesting research that I did about the seeds that are toxic and poisonous. But as far as I learned a little bit about that, in ancient times, our ancestors used them to catch large amounts of fish. If anybody knows anything about that, I'd certainly like to learn what kind of truth there is to that. Because I certainly, because it's illegal, won't be able to test that theory out. So this is a beautiful. And they used to use this for toilet paper, because this is just like, I mean, you can hear it. It was also used for toilet paper for obvious reasons. I mean, if you're in the bush, you're looking for a leaf, you can see why they would have used that for toilet paper. Okay, a little bit of insight into my fascination around mullein. For medicine purposes, what our ancestors did to catch fish, And possibly, at least that's what the internet, I learned that from the internet, so the possibility there's a truth to that. Oh, people are talking to me, but I'm so in a little bubble here. You see the little mullein? It's all over here. Mullein is everywhere. Okay, we're gonna first check out I don't even know if we can call them caves anymore, because the mud slides. Swing back over here. Oh, I'll switch hands here. Yes, I have asthma, if anybody's wondering why. It's one of the best things you can do if you have asthma. I don't take medication. I just try to make my lungs stronger. I don't smoke, but I do have asthma. So we are getting a little bit of footage here on the flip side, but we're still not at the destination. And again, that's where I took the picture, in that little line of trees there, to show you we're walking over there. Okay, that's enough of a break. Yes, I do have asthma, so that's why the huff and puff, but it would be nice to find clover outside this mountain. Okay. Ooh. Interesting rock. Got something spilt on it there. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now, so one thing is, I mentioned that I don't take medicine for my asthma, so I climb. I get quite huffy puffy, but that's one of the best medicines, is to make your lungs stronger. But also, I had another point. What was it? Oh yeah, so even climbing right now, I mean, Google's amazing. So say right now, see, every time you're climbing, like you really feel it here in the backs of your calves. The body is amazing. When you feel that strain, whether you're downhill skiing or climbing like that, your body releases a chemical which acts like an antidepressant. And so not only can you like strengthen your lungs for asthma and stuff, just the actual fact of the work involved, your body is like a natural pharmacy. And if you utilize that, you can create like your own antidepressants. Your body is just an amazing machine. It has an amazing ability to heal if you align with right energies and the right environments. Because, that can flip the other way as well. If you have the wrong environments, it can make you sick and make you unwell. So energy is really, really important. Exercise, eating the right food, getting the proper sleep. Okay, back to the topic. So you can't see it now, we got the trees in the way of where we're going, but we're getting to the top of the ridge here, where we'll walk all the way along and we'll get to the view. Okay. Okay. Just about get the dust. Okay, keep going. These roots are always so helpful when you're climbing, especially if you start falling, which I have. You slide down this side path here, and the roots have always been a good friend. Because when there's snow here and you climb, those roots really give you something to save you. Oh, hi everybody, and I'm so sorry if I'm not paying attention. People are saying hi. Okay, I'll have to work on that. Okay, I'll pay more attention to. See, okay, so Spidey said hi, Anna said hi, Leah said hi. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to pay better attention. See who's. See these here? When you're climbing here and it's icy in the winter, these break your fall. Make it possible actually to climb and get to the top in the winter from this location, this point of climb. Now up here is our historical caves that have always looked the same every year, and this year they just took a major hit from the mud, and I have been waiting to come up and check them out. Let's do that one more time. And just standing here, holding my position is really good workout for the legs. And so over here in this bush here is where I was standing, a little bit farther to the left, to get the picture of the gut banks through the sea and rail yard. Okay. All right. Let's go check out the damages that Mother Nature blessed upon our historical cut bank caves here. Okay. Okay, this is pretty much, we're at the top just about. So the trail will run all the way along here to where we're going. We're just gonna climb up here and look at the damages from the mudslides. And then we'll carry on with the flip side view. Okay, let's go see. I haven't been up here for about a month and a half. I've been spending all my time at okay. Now it's safer here now. It wasn't so safe in the spring because everything was wet. So I'm feeling relatively safe checking out the caves. Oh, they're still here. But this hole here is what collapsed right there. All this sand was way down, so yeah, this whole cavity above it is what collapsed. But okay, there we go. The major danger is it might come back again in a major rainstorm or in the spring again. But yeah, that used to be a nice round, like a month and a half ago, and for years and years that was all wide open. And so let's see, I'm going to stand back a bit here. Yeah, so that all collapsed this spring. So held in there pretty good for years and years and years. But this spring really took a chunk out of it. Okay. And that's where I was standing, somewhere in this line of trees there, when I let everybody know, or asked everybody if they wanted a view of the flip side. So okay, let's walk. Let's go back up to the top here. We're gonna go up there. There's a path that runs along. Let's get up there. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty. So pretty. Maybe it will take a better picture on this side depending on the light. Not really, doesn't want to. Oh, there we go. This always feels like the Simba perch up here, which I have a feeling is not going to be here. We just need a few more really wet springs or major rainfall. And this is always like the Simba perch. Where Simba holds the lion up here. Okay. You can see there is a path here. People walk there. Because I'm recording, I don't want to go there because you got to really pay attention if you're taking that path. Okay. All right. Okay. And it's all back in this forest. Back that way is to McMillan Creek. There's a path that way, path that way. There's paths all the way through here. Okay. So just ahead here is the Cut Bank view that we're... Let's flip that over for here. Okay, I'll try to talk. See if, okay. Beautiful forest. The enchanted forest. Okay. Flip it back. Okay. So if you can go down that way. There's these little points all along the trail where you can come up. And get different perspectives. So there's the caves that we just came from. We just climbed all the way along here instead of going this way. So we got the hard part done. If we had taken the other way, we would just be heading to the hard part of the climb. So I definitely got that out of the way. Okay. I could probably take this one. It's close to the edge, but not too bad. Okay. We've got a ways to go before we're at our destination. There's the Cameron Street Bridge. We crossed that in part 1 of our journey to the flip side. Beautiful in the Chaco River. Okay. You could go down that path. Let's maybe... Yeah, let's stay over here. Okay. Whoop. A birdie. I'm seeing these along the path. Let's see. Lots of those right now. Or some, anyways. I don't know about lots. I see you. Birds are darting all around. Okay. Oh, let's go. See, there's this. I'll go forward here, but let's just all along the bank here. You can get little sneak peeks. I'm going to just backtrack a bit here to show you one of the most amazing things sort of look is how trees grow out of the cut bank like that. Isn't that neat? How they do that? There's a poplar tree up ahead here that does that. It's got its roots in the side and it's thriving. You found a way. Okay. Okay, I got a ways to go yet. Oh, all these paths back here. I'm 56. I mean, but people came here long before me. I think Claytley Tanay, the carriers, for 9,000 years, they were the only ones here. What was it in the 1800s when that all began to change? Okay. Oh, there we can. So see, there's the train. I can't go. If I just go here, you could see the train moving. The caboose at the end there. So I would have been in this little line of forest here, past the train when I took the picture on the flip side. This time we're looking at the train on from this side, and it stopped. Okay. 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 I think it was in the 50s too. There was an airplane that crashed back here. I hear people talking about that story. Yeah, see, there's quite a few of these flowers here. Let me see if we can get a better picture of it. It's lovely. You can hear the birds singing. Isn't that lovely? That's therapy. Okay. We're getting closer, but we're still not there. We're getting closer. Oh, the train's moving again. Oh, you can go. I didn't know I could. I didn't know I could actually bring it in closer. I did not know that. I just learned something new. So now we're on the other side of the train. That's downtown Prince George. I didn't know that I could actually zoom in. All right, well, that's good to know. Very cool. I thought you were stuck on one. Oh, I feel an ant crawling. Okay. A lot of eagles flying up here too. You always see a lot of eagles over here. One of the places that you see them. And I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm not a great multitasker, so haven't been focusing a lot on the comments, more on the view and the promise of showing everybody the flip side. Thank you so much for your comments and for joining in when you can. It's great having you on this journey. Yes, you too, birds. Especially you. Okay. All right. Now this here is the part that caught fire a few years ago. So you'll notice when we're walking here, everything sort of seems wide open. There was a bit of a forest fire. But it's really cool because we have the two rivers. So I remember watching the helicopters with their big scoop of water. Not sure about this fire, but on different fires that happen. Dipping into the river. And it's a very small space, so that's probably how they put it out so quickly. But this was, yeah. I'll have to look that up on what year it was. I'm not quite remembering that part. It wasn't long ago. Like the plane crash, I think, was in the 50s or 40s or something like that, like a long, long time ago up here. But this mini little forest fire that they contained very quickly. Just, yeah, they contained that too. They got right on that. I think I hear somebody coming down the trail. Oh no, those are the birds. Those are you. Squirrels you can get pretty close to, but birds are really flitty. Yeah. On the other side of the Chaco and by the Fraser, it's a different story because volunteers in Prince George feed the ducks. And so when you go over there, it's just amazing how close you can get to the animals because of the positive human reaction that they've had and all the help that volunteers in our community. It's really different, the nature on this side of the river. You go over there and the squirrels and the birds and everything come right up to you. Well, I'll show you where I'm talking about. Okay, so we're on this side. I do a lot of my hiking on this side. But this is the Cottonwood Island Trails here. And as you get into this area here, there's a program, I don't remember the name of it, where volunteers help the ducks through the winter. If you go over there, you can literally feed birds right out of your hand. So the animals don't see the humans as a threat. On this side, I can get pretty close to the squirrels, but I'm still finding the birds quite flitty. But yeah, you go over there, and it's just amazing the difference in the animal behavior from that side of the river to this side. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna zoom that back out. That's too close now. Yeah, that's better. Because we want the big picture. I just want it to zoom in on the train there because that sort of was the starting point of these lives, is showing the train from this side. And it's moving forward right now, very slowly. Right on the other side of the train there, you see the cars moving. That's First Avenue. And then in behind these long buildings, you see the, let's focus on the train. And behind all those buildings there's that little bit of forest. And that's where we got the view from the other side, and from which point I asked everybody if they wanted to see the flip side. So it's right in there, that green area there that I was taking the video through the CN yard. All right. We're not there yet, but we're getting closer. This is a very, very popular spot. There's that tree I was saying up the trail a little bit. Now, isn't that a poplar tree? And it's growing right out of the side of the banks. There's the pulp mill, and the Chaco, and way over here, Fraser River. Now this area where we're just coming down on before we go up on that big hill where we're gonna get, where I said I would give everybody a view from. This area right in here is very popular. People climb up and down the sandbanks here for exercise. Oh, actually someone's doing that right now, and they're far enough away. So they actually have a rope set up here. And so just right down there, you can see a person doing the climb. And yeah, every day you're going to find someone here climbing up and down. This is actually the infamous place of the sandbanks. Not sandbanks, the sandblast that used to take place in Prince George. And people would slide down the hill here on couches, and there would be these competitions, and everybody would stand on the bottom of the road there and watch people coming down this hill on their bike, on a couch. Oh, well, I think it was the couch one that stopped it all because someone ended up getting hurt. So those were the good old days. When we didn't wear bike helmets and we flew down sandbanks. Somehow survived. Did all. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think let's do a oh, so you got the one person coming up there, and even now someone down even farther climbing. It's just a very popular place to come and get some exercise. All right. Well, we won't disturb people while they're exercising, so we'll boot through this area real quick. Okay. I love that tree, how it grows out of the... Sometimes I've come and just laid on this just for therapy. Look at the roots coming out the side here. See that? It's just all hanging out the side of the set, out of the banks. That's just... It found a way. Didn't want to die. The banks were caving in and it just sunk its roots in even deeper. I will survive. And so it did. So again, a very popular spot right here where people come and climb up and down in this one area, and it's also the historical site of the sandblast in Prince George that got cancelled after many years. And back when we didn't wear helmets. But then, yeah, someone got hurt and riding a coach down here. So that put an end to that. That must have been in the 80s that they canceled that. I could be wrong. If anybody knows, let me know. I'm not exactly sure. Spank the banks. What does that mean? Here. There's a view. Beautiful. You could see why people want to come here. Yeah, so this is the location of the old sandblast. At the very bottom down there, people would park and watch everybody come down the hill on bikes and sleds, and yeah, and then the couch was the one that ended it all. I wonder what that means, spank the banks. Let me see. Somebody got a... That's pretty interesting. I wonder what spank the banks mean. Okay, put that back. Okay, we'll move past here. We're almost there. We're coming to the point where... Oops. Okay, we've got them climbing. Away they go. Okay, okay, we're coming up to... Now there's going to be a dip down, then a dip back up, and that's going to be that point there that I was letting everybody know that I would show them this perspective. Got motorcycles out. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just realized I got to do a part 3 of this. So we're just coming into the point where we're going to be going down a dip and then back up. So I'm going to take about a 15-minute break right here. And so within about 20 minutes to a half hour, I'll do part 3, which will take us to the final destination of the point where I'm going to be showing everybody the view from the flip side. Okay, hope to see you there, and thank you for following me along on the hike and for all your comments.